on 27, the Honorable Supreme Court said that we want to put it in order right now. Why you have not submitted the counter affidavit yet? They told to the Delhi police. The Delhi police, represented by the AG there, Mr. Raju, said that we want 2 weeks more for submitting the counter affidavit. The court forced them. You have to submit it within a day or two. And they were forced to submit it today, that 177 pages. Now, I don't go by those lofty words, the conspiracy, the regime change, the intellectual architect. These are all nonsense and have got no meaning till they are supported by incontrovertible evidences. The lower court, in the beginning of the trial, the IO, when they submitted a report, the court had observed there were fictitious charges were made, fabricated evidences were brought in. The police made themselves the FIRs. Such were the observations. This is such a flimsy case which will not stand even a week in the court.
Why do you then, fair enough, why do you then believe that the Delhi High Court came and said the case involves complex issues, trial progressing at a natural pace, and that hurried trial would be detrimental to the rights of both, and earnest efforts by agencies to unearth alleged deep-rooted conspiracy? So they are suggesting that there is a lot of smoke here, and that's because there is fire.
They have also made one more observation. The prima facie, the charges are grave. They have written it.
Yes.
Again, I am saying that these are all lofty words only.
Why would a court, sir, no, hang on, just a minute. Why would a court want to go to the extent of using hyperbole to prejudice the minds of the public, let alone anyone else? Why would they do that, sir? What is their incentive?
The matter is now in the Supreme Court.
No, I'm asking you. You've said these are lofty words. Why would the court be using lofty words? Just a simple question to you.
They do it. They do it. This has not happened here. I just bring you a parallel.
No, hang on. Let me ask you a question. When Narendra Modi or when Nupur Sharma, when things were said about Narendra Modi and Nupur Sharma, you believed them. You didn't say these are lofty words that are said in the heat of the moment by judges who are prone to playing to the gallery. None of that was said. But in this matter, you are very, hang on. In this matter, you're being very cavalier.
Was right on the video.
Huh, what?
Nupur Sharma, what she said was right on the
video.
Sir,
that is not for you to interpret. Excuse me. This was also the speech that was given by, one second, the speech that was given by Sharjeel Imam was on video. Everyone could hear it. It wasn't exactly a closed door secret.
I say let it be proved that
I'm just saying, sir, please don't be selective in applying. Don't be selective in applying your arguments. I'm saying be at least consistent.
Against the war, against the state.
You will choose to believe. Okay, fair enough. You will choose to believe obita dicta, viewers. They will choose to believe obita dicta when it suits them. At that time, they won't say this is hyperbole. Anyhow, let me just bring in Shadat Poonawala. There's also Abhijit Iyer Mitra.
Liquor case, 8 months, there is no date even. It was such a case, every third day the trial was happening.
Now viewers, the suggestion is that the courts themselves are part of a conspiracy to fix these people. Okay, well, let me get in Shadat Poonawala to respond on the more fundamental aspects of this case, which is Ravi Srivastava claiming bias, claiming that the courts are prejudiced. How do you respond to that?
No, the same Ravi Srivastava, when the courts give a verdict on electoral bonds, when the court gives a verdict on Chandigarh, that time they are hailing the courts. But when the court says, now, Mr. Rahul, I have waited 12 minutes.
Ravi ji, let him finish. You can, Ravi ji, let him finish, please. Okay, Ravi ji, please, I'll have to lower your fader. Don't do this tonight. I'm counting till 3.
If something was good,
you can come back and respond to him. I'm counting till 3. Otherwise, I'm lowering your fader. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Shadat Poonawala.
When the courts don't even come to a conclusion that Narendra Modi was involved in the Gujarat riots, Mr. Modi is still involved in the Gujarat riots. But when the courts come up with a categorical finding, their central role has been played in the conspiracy of the Delhi riots by Umar Khalid, that he is a mastermind, that Tahir Hussain was a mastermind, that Sharjeel Imam made the incendiary speeches like cutting off the chicken's neck and cutting off Northeast from India, and that was the reason for which 5 years they have been denied bail, then they are raising the questions on the court. This is the double standards of Ravi Srivastavji and his entire ecosystem. Point number two, I want to just ask that today these disclosures have proven one thing, that these riots were not organic, they were organized. They were not spontaneous, they were sponsored. And they were not for any principle of CA, because nobody has lost their citizenship in CA. No Muslim has lost, but it was actually for the it was for the power that this was being orchestrated across the country. And therefore, you can say that the toolkit that we have seen in Sri Lanka or in Bangladesh, actually it was being tried in India first. But now my real question is only this, that who are the ones who are defending these characters and hailing them as Nelson Mandela? Digvijay Singh hailed Umar Khalid. Mr. Sanjay Singh said that Tahir Hussain innocent is being blamed because he's a Muslim, and Sharjeel Imam was defended by the Congress ecosystem. I just have two simple questions of Ravi Srivastav. One, that Tahir Hussain was in the Aam Aadmi Party and Aam Aadmi Party defended him. Why? Because they wanted to engineer regime change through Tahir Hussain. Point number two, that please tell me that Sharjeel Imam said Northeast must be chopped off from India. Do you stand with this statement or are you against this statement?
I'll ask him that. I'll just 1 second. I'll ask him that. But Shahzad Punal, I just want to make one point. I think you mentioned the word proved, that these charges prove. Now, there is no proof right now, viewers. Yes, there are allegations that have been made. They will be tested against the weight of evidence once the trial begins. So, right now, these are allegations. At least we should be clear of the legal facts.
I didn't say for this context. I didn't say in this context. I think maybe there's a communication. I didn't say in this context. I am saying that Narendra Modi, even though he has got a clean sheet from the highest court, is proven to be guilty.
Is proven to be.
And here the observations or findings are there, then they are not proven to be guilty. Great.
I get it. I get it. So, Ravi Srivastava, now you need to respond, sir. The political establishment has already given them a clean sheet. On what basis? Bias? Motivated bias?
I'll start with Tahir Hussain first, the councillor. I distinctly recall that during that trial, during that riot, Mr. Kapil Mishra was putting his hand on the DCP's shoulders and making the statements. And there was this Goli Maro and all those kind of provocative statements were made by none other than the member parliaments there. And now I come to Tahir Hussain. Tahir Hussain's roof, I saw the reputed channels reporter touching that bottle. इसमें petrol bomb रखा हुआ था. If the petrol bomb रखा हुआ था, what is doing here? This was kind of the botched up
Sir, please.
investigation.
Don't be an armchair. Don't be an armchair analyst sitting in Bombay. You have somehow transported yourself to the rooftop of Tahir Hussein's building. Come on. We have seen, those are the pictures.